What car wins in the sub $30,000 category? Graham would say the S2000.
S2000?
Oh, I love the S2000.
I really love it too.
A high mileage Lotus Elise.
Yeah, which are in that range.
Yeah.
Although I would still rather have an S2000.
Really?
The Elise is cool as hell, but I
Yeah.
had one and it's so fragile. You always feel like you're going to damage it.
No, I never felt that way.
Yeah, people tell you not to grab the windshield when you're climbing in
Because
because
you might break
bend.
it.
I mean,
Yeah.
think about that.
I mean, but just don't do that. I mean,
But think about
that's
that.
like saying don't stand on the car.
Nobody's ever said that about my Toyota Sequoia. Like, oh, don't grab onto part of it. You might break
No,
the
don't
car.
touch that. Yeah, you're gonna crack the windshield.
S2000 is a great one because they are dead reliable and they are dead flat in value and they are so much fun to drive. Miatas are good, honestly. ND Miatas are really desirable cars. What year is yours?
Mine's 2000.
So MB. NDs are amazing cars, and you can get the nicest one in the world for under 30. In fact, new they're like only 20, 31.
That's what I was thinking. It's like I just get a new Miata.
But I would probably rather have an S2000 than a new Miata.
Yeah.
Even though from a power perspective, the S2000 is, at the time, it was like a rocket ship, and now it's like, not feeling that way anymore. But that's probably what 30, I would probably get into an S2000. I like a good Firebird. I like a good like 02 Firebird WS6. Really let the Nebraska out of me, Those are big V8s.
Yeah.
They look cool. You can get a lot of Mustang for 30 also. Like a lot of Mustang. V8 manual, those are cool cars. They drive well too. Modern Mustangs drive really well. I don't know I would probably rather have a Mustang than an S2000
Really?
depending on how new I could get it. Yeah.
Don't the Mustangs have the stereotype though of always being at the car meets and getting in accidents?
Totally. But S2000s have a stereotype, right?
What's the stereotype?
S2000?
Oh no, I don't know.
Like the tuner culture, like, oh, you're one of those
Okay.
tuner kids. Like, there's
Yeah.
I feel like every car has something. I will say for 30, if I'm trying to buy something fun, I would definitely focus on American or Japanese. The Euro cars you can get for 30 are going to break your heart. Like, they're awesome. They're awesome. Like E92 M3s and even Porsches are getting into that range, Boxsters and Caymans, but they're all going to be more expensive to own and kind of deal with compared to the American and Japanese stuff. Now, if you got an ND, we go back to depreciation, right? You spend 30 grand on an ND. Early NDs are $14,000 cars. So instead of paying the money in repairs, you're going to probably lose it in depreciation. So you got to find like the kind of mixed medium there.
What do you think is the biggest head turner that you could buy for 25,000, 50,000?
I'm about to do a video on this.
100,000, 250, and $1 million.
Okay, 25. You can buy JDM fire trucks, Japanese market fire trucks, all day long. So it's a Toyota Land Cruiser. The back half is cut off, and instead, fire equipment. They're bright red. They have 6,000 miles because they were used in Japan, which is compact, to fight fires. So they would go down the road, fight a fire, come home, 2 miles every day. You can buy one of those all day long for 25. If you want to turn heads,
Wow.
that's what you do. 50. You know what turns heads at 50? There was a car called the T-Rex, which looks like
a
you remember those?
motorcycle.
Yeah,
sort
it's
of
like
thing.
a motorcycle car kind
Yeah.
of situation. That turns a lot of heads for 50. It looks like the Polaris Slingshot, but it's like even crazier, and it's a more focused driving experience. That definitely would turn a lot of heads for 50. I think those are like in the 30s. Getting above that, 75, 100, like I really feel that one of the biggest head turners in that price range is a Lotus Esprit, which I think turn as many heads as a Countach for 1/6 of the money, and they are awesome to drive. Servicing is a different conversation for sure. Those are difficult cars to own, but that car turns all the heads. It's got the same low, flat, wide feel as a Countach, the same wedge shape. Very, very special cars. And I don't understand why they haven't taken off. Later ones used a V8. They actually have a lot of power. They're actually really fun to drive. And despite the fact that they had a V8 and they were bigger, they kind of drive like an Elise.
Yeah.
Above that, like the $1 million price point, if you want to turn the
Let's do the 250. 250 range. So 150 to 300.
250, you can get McLarens at 250 and Huracans that still turn heads, although not, it depends where you live. Like you drive a Huracan around Miami, probably in Vegas. Nobody looks at those,
Everyone thinks they're a rental.
Everybody thinks they're a rental. Yeah. And nobody really looks at them. Even $1 million's hard. Like, whose head are we trying to turn? Like $1 million, the Jaguar XJ220. Right?
Yes.
If I saw one of those on the road, I would literally do anything to turn around and go get like I would kill someone to go and turn around and go get a picture and like talk to the dude. But a lot of people I don't think would notice it. Like it's an older car.
Yeah.
If you're trying to turn like general heads, the Countach does an amazing job of it. And they're under $1 million. It is incredible to me how many people freak out when they see a Lamborghini Countach. That there are cars like that one that have gone beyond the automotive enthusiasm and have reached like cultural icon status, like a DeLorean, honestly.
Yeah.
That's another car that probably should be
a
mentioned.
DeLorean would be
That's a
fantastic.
People freak out when they see a DeLorean or
Back
a
to the Future
Countach
car.
or certain cars that Hummers, like everybody knows what an original like, military Hummer, like there are certain cars that just like permeated the cultural zeitgeist beyond just the automotive one. And those cars always bring a lot of attention. I'm stunned how many people freak out about the Countach. People just really, really, really are so excited.
What's the craziest reaction you've gotten in the Countach?
I had a guy almost hit the car in front of him. I've never had someone actually do that, but he was like this close. He was in an MC Miata. But people they absolutely lose it. They get so excited. They're following you, taking pictures, that kind of stuff. And
have you had any like scary moments though?
I don't love like some of the risks people are willing to take to get photos of some of the cars for sure. People are sometimes a little bit excessive, and it's like, crossing crazy traffic or whatever, trying to get the right angle shot, hanging out of cars. And that does scare me a little bit. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I had a really scary moment. You know those little like motorcycle gangs?
Yeah.
Where there's like 50 of them and they do like a street takeover.
Yeah.
The one time I was driving the Ford GT, guess what? I make a right onto this very wide 4-lane street going up from the strip, and immediately behind me, I see all of these kids in those weird like little motorcycle things.
Yep.
And they blow through the red light.
Yeah.
And they're catching up to me, and I'm like,
You're
shit.
thinking, oh my God, the mirrors aren't in production anymore.
No.
What if they fell off?
And literally, they surrounded the Ford GT, surrounded it. And they were driving straight, but the kid was like back like this and not looking, taking a video of the car. And all the kids, I didn't tell you, all the kids were going nuts over this thing and then yelling at me like, rev it, do this, do a burnout like this. And I'm just sitting there.
Do it?
No, you think I did? I was surrounded. There's like 40. They were all in front of me. And there's a red light, and I'm like slowing down to the red light. And I'm wondering, are they going to slow down too? And they slowed down with me at the red light, and they stopped at the red light to look at the car, and they're taking videos. And they got the light turned green, and they went forward, and they went ahead of me. But for a moment there, I was petrified that like all it takes is one of them to just flip over.
Yep.
And then they're 10 feet in front of me, if that, and I hit one of them.
Right. That car scares me because so many parts are not available anymore.
Yeah.
As long as you like keep it shiny side up and you like keep it moving, it's like all good. But like any accident, it's like you're like years into figuring out how to deal with that. And that scares me about that car.
Yeah.
I am surprised how much interest that car brings. In my world, among my cars, I'm very privileged to say that it's like my beater supercar. Like it's the one I drive to tennis. It's the one I pick up the dog from doggy daycare. And often I forget how special it is out in the real world.
You never see them.
You never see them anymore.
I never see them anymore.
And people don't let me forget. Like I'll be driving it just like this is my Bluetooth air conditioning. And that's another thing. It's a pretty drivable car.
It is.
So it's not like some of these cars that like you're making so many compromises to use it that you are being constantly reminded what you're driving. Ford GT is pretty usable. And so I'll be sitting there driving it, the dog's next to me or whatever. I just picked up the mail, and people like freaking out. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh yeah, I'm in the Ford GT. I forgot.
It's the perfect car, though. I mean, it's like the cultural icon of that time. It's American.
Yep.
It's got a
built
V8,
in America too.
Built in America. Got the V8, drivable, reliable, and it's Ford.
Yep.
And the parts. I mean, the parts that you can find are cheap.
Very reasonable.
Like I had to replace the little struts for the back thing, and it was like $100 and something for the part, and then plus like an hour of labor.
Yeah. The only drawback to that car that I think would make it like the perfect car, there's no storage at all. Be nice to have a little storage.
Sure.
Just a little.
But I can't see how that wouldn't be worth $1 million one day.
Yeah. The only thing potentially keeping it back is production numbers. That car hangs in a weird place. Most of the other supercars that have gone up like it has, their production numbers are in the 1,000 to 2,000 unit range. And then you have cars like the Aventador or the Huracan that were kind of built without regard to production number, that were just built as many as they could sell. There's actually not a lot of supercars in the 4 to 6,000 range.
Yeah.
The BMW Z8 is another one that's kind of has this weird in that production range, and the market has never really known how to treat that car. It's very cool. It's very special. However, there's a lot of them. The Ford GT seems to have beaten out. Like it's worth more than it should be given how many there are and how available they are, just because I think it is so special and the design is so special. And it is unbelievable that they were able to make the 60s car with all the modern regulations still look like that. But I agree with you. I think that car continues to be valuable. I sometimes think about selling mine because I have these other cars, but it's like, why? It's going up. It costs nothing to own, and I still love using it.
Now, by the way, quick thanks to our sponsor, CyberGhost VPN, for sponsoring this video.
CyberGhost is one of the most trusted VPNs out there, with over 38 million users worldwide and over 20,000 strong reviews on Trustpilot.
Using a VPN is one of the simplest ways to protect your online privacy. Like, a lot more eyes are watching your online activity than you think.
And of course, even incognito mode does not stop it. Your internet provider, your work or school network, and even your home Wi-Fi router can still track what you're doing.
CyberGhost helps by encrypting your online data and running it through their secure servers. You just pick from over 100 locations before you browse.
It also lets you access geo-restricted games and content from over 40 streaming platforms, including Netflix, Amazon Prime, and Disney+. And here's a little special sauce I'll sprinkle on top. Changing your location can actually help you find better deals online.
CyberGhost works on all major devices like Mac, Apple, iOS, and Android, and you could protect up to 7 devices at the same time.
And guys, if you're thinking about it, using our link in the description gets you their absolute best deal at $2.03 per month, plus 4 months for free, which is 84% off.
They also offer a 45-day money-back guarantee, so it's risk-free to try it out. We like it enough to recommend it to all of you watching.
Once again, the link is down below in the description. Thank you so much to CyberGhost for sponsoring this episode.